Hi guys, today we're taking a look at chapter 200 of Four Knights of the Apocalypse. And let me tell you, things get absolutely wild in this one. The chapter kicks off right after our heroes, Tristan, Gawain, and Percival, crashed a festival hosted by the armored knight, Beltreipe, by revealing they are the Four Knights. As you can guess, things escalate immediately. Beltreipe doesn't waste a single second. He's enraged that his festival has been ruined and unleashes a devastating opening attack. With a single, massive sword strike, he slices downward with incredible force. He not only hits Gauther of the 7 deadly sins, but he also cleaves the entire floating arena in two. The ground shatters and the massive structure begins to plummet from the sky, sending the crowd into a full-blown panic. As everyone is screaming, thinking they're doomed, an unlikely hero steps up, and this hero is Donnie. To his own shock, he digs in and somehow manages to stop the massive chunk of falling rock all by himself. He slows its descent so everyone can have a safe landing. It's Gawain who explains what's happening, telling him he's experiencing a power limit break and warning him that he'll be out for a week after using up all that magic. With the civilians being handled, the main event continues. The fights are intense, so let's break them down. First up, we have Percival versus Beltreipe. It's a high-speed duel, but Percival is struggling against Beltreipe's raw strength and gets pushed back. Beltreipe taunts him, "Are you even trying?" Just then, in a flash, Tristan appears, taking over the fight. At the exact same time, both he and Percival say, "Let me show you then." As they say it, Tristan gets those demon marks on his face and Percival unleashes his power, Potency. In a perfectly timed team-up, they both strike at the same time, each one slicing off one of Beltreipe's arms. But while that's happening, Worraldane is still in the fight. She's watching the duel, gloating about the effort the cuties are making. She makes a huge mistake though. She forgets about Gawain. Worraldane says, "But have you forgotten that I'm still here?" Just as Gawain appears instantly behind her, Gawain simply replies, "Have you?" Before Worraldane can even react, Gawain grabs her helmet with both hands and, with a sickening crush, completely obliterates it in a savage display of power. And they don't stop there. Immediately after, Gawain follows up with a powerful kick that sends Worraldane flying. And Tristan does the exact same thing to the now armless Beltreipe. The chapter ends with Gawain yelling, "Keep going till we end it for good." So as far as chapter 200 goes, the four evils aren't looking all that strong. The knights are really dominating this fight. Now, with that out of the way, let's jump right into the next chapter and see how it unfolds. Alright, now for chapter 201, Envoy from the Abyss. The fight picks up right where it left off, but there's a problem. Worraldane, whose helmet was just crushed, is laughing like a maniac. Her armor just fixes itself. As for Beltreipe, he controls his severed arms to attack the knights and then just reattaches them like nothing happened. It seems like these two are way harder to take down than it looked. Down on the ground, Donnie is giving it his all to land the giant rock, but he's completely exhausted and can't hold on. Just as people start to fall, Hauser jumps in, creating whirlwinds to catch everyone and ensure they all land safely. But just as they think they're safe, a massive, hulking suit of armor just appears among the crowd. Worraldane calls it Goliath, the great soldier of revenge, and the way it's made is seriously messed up. She says she created it from the bodies of all the holy knights who died fighting a god of war over the last 2 years. It's a golem powered by their angry and vengeful souls. Goliath starts rampaging and the crowd is in chaos, but then Balin steps up. With one move, Head Cutter Blade, he slices the golem's head clean off. Everyone cheers, but the celebration is cut short. Worraldane just laughs and reveals the golem's other trick. Thanks to a drugavure that she stole from the Fairy King's forest, Goliath can just resurrect itself over and over again. By the way, if you want to see more about this drugavure story, I have a video on the channel that's appearing up there. And right on cue, the golem's head just plops back onto its body. Worraldane taunts Percival, asking him how he can possibly protect all his friends while fighting an enemy that can't die. Percival, full of confidence, just looks at her and says, "I can. The way I am now, I can." He rushes forward and slashes Worraldane again. But just as he says that, Ironside and Pellegarde appear right behind him. Worraldane says, "Not to rain on your parade, but I really do think it's impossible," and there it is. The other two members of the four evils have finally shown up, and with the full squad assembled, things are about to get real. Personally, I think this is where Diodora comes in. He's gotta help Percival and his gang against the four evils, or at least have some kind of important role in this fight, especially since Ironside is there. I think this is where he'll completely leave the darkness he's been sinking into, but we'll have to see. And if you liked the video, consider giving it a like and subscribing. That was it for today.